So somebody left a comment and said they liked my forensic whatever, right? And it occurred to me I didn't know what forensic meant. So I looked it up, and it is the application of scientific methods and techniques to the investigation of a crime. Okay, I'm going to show you my techniques exactly. 100%. We're going to walk through this Longwood, Florida thing without me talking shit, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do. So it starts with this. An attorney and a judge both misunderstand the law exactly the same way.
Yes.
He's not qualified, and he has not given any testimony yet. He's legal training, legal expertise in that area. He's enforcing a law. So I'm going to sustain the objection.
Chief, did you just assert that you have privacy rights in public?
Yes.
What would lead you to that conclusion?
I attended a training with one of the city's attorneys at a PRM conference where the subject was covered. That attorney trained me that person has a reasonable expectation of privacy in the police department's lobby.
And again, is there any relevant case law, or is that just something somebody told you?
It is a training that I received at a public risk management training from the city's attorney.
He said he received training from the city's attorney, right? So who is the city's attorney?
Just for clarity, is that a no?
He's answered the question.
But he didn't answer the question. He said he went to a training, but I go to trainings all the time.
There's an attorney who gave information. So he's answered the question to my satisfaction. Thank you.
Interesting. Okay.
Sir, I know you're not a lawyer, so I'm trying not to hold you to the same standard.
And then the judge, or whatever, magistrate says, I know you're not an attorney, so I'm trying not to hold you to the same standard, which is exactly opposite of what they say in every single pro se thing ever. They say, I'm going to hold you to the same standard, right? So who is this judge, right? So that's how I got started. So I look at the ordinance, and it was codified or uncodified or adopted, whatever. The city council voted on it on 4/15, or sorry, whatever it says, 4/21/25. So naturally, I go look at the YouTube page, and I want to see the live reading of this. You know what I'm saying? But their YouTube only goes back, the live streams only go back as far as June. But as we see here, they've been posting videos for a year, 2 years. It goes back as far as 3 years. So they know how to use the YouTube page, except the live streams don't go back as far as April. They go back to the month before that. April, May,
I'm not a trained
back to
lawyer.
June,
It's how I internalize my thoughts.
they don't have the ones for April.
I'll try.
Like, doesn't make any sense to me, right? So, okay. So I find where it says that it was passed and adopted the 21st day of April, 2025. And then it says approved as to form and legality for the use and reliance of the city of Longwood, Florida only, courtesy of Daniel W. Langley, city attorney, the same city attorney that trained the chief of police that there is an expectation of privacy in public. Weird, right? That he would approve something that he trained the police officer on. That's just
in that area. He's enforcing a law. So I'm going to sustain the objection.
Chief, did you just assert that you have privacy rights in public?
Yes.
What would lead you to that conclusion?
I attended a training with one of the city's attorneys at a PRM conference where the subject was covered. That attorney trained me that person has a reasonable expectation of privacy in the police department's lobby.
And again, is there any relevant case law, or is that just something somebody told you?
It is a training that I received at a public risk management training from the city's attorney.
the city's attorney, Daniel Langley, is the one that trained the cop, the chief of police, that you have a expectation of privacy in public, which is a joke because you don't, and we all know this, right? So I dig a little deeper. This is the agenda for 8/18/2025, right? Okay. F is appointment of special magistrate for trespass warning appeals issued pursuant to Ordinance 25/22/66 codified section 2.2 blah 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 blah, right? Okay. I mean, you can read all that, but it's basically the city clerk saying that there's no city clerk and that you have to do a public records request for the actual verbatim stuff that was said, right? And then it says future meetings, whatever. So this is also from 8/18 whatever agenda. But this goes 25 pages into it, right? And then it says at some point, I mean, you can read all that, whatever. They need to have a special appointed blah, 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 right? Now, this lady is already, for 10 years, Amy Goodblatt has been code enforcement, right? And it says the city attorney recommended the appointment of Amy Goodblatt as the city's special magistrate for appeals, specifically for the trespass, all the trespass warnings that are going to be issued because of this. The city attorney, the same Langley city attorney, as you see here, prepared by Daniel Langley city attorney. Crazy, right? He moves to approve the appointment of Amy Goodblatt as the special magistrate to hear the appeals on the trespass warnings and blah, blah, blah. So the city attorney did this too. The appointment of her, right?
Just for clarity, is that a no?
He's answered the question.
But he didn't answer the question. He said he went to a training, but I go to trainings all the time.
There was an attorney who gave information. So he's answered the question to my satisfaction. Thank you.
Interesting. Okay.
Sir, I know you're not a lawyer, so I'm trying not to hold you to the same standard.
Well, that statement is contrary to every other judge in the entire world, right? So, of course, let's look at what she is supposed to do, right? And she, in the ordinance written by the city attorney, says that she is not supposed to follow the rules of evidence. Now, it says formal rules of evidence shall not apply, which is contrary to what she said. But also, too, this is the attorney drew this up and approved it, right? So he knows that the rules of evidence shall not apply. But she says otherwise.
Quasi-judicial proceedings, meaning that the rules of evidence do loosely apply. They apply, but it's not as rigid as being in a courtroom, but things like relevance, hearsay, and so forth are legitimate objections during the proceeding, but we are a little bit more relaxed in terms of how we proceed.
But according to what the attorney wrote in the rules of evidence shall not apply. Not loosely apply, right? And the attorney is the one that wrote that. The attorney is also the one that gave it legal, whatever, suggestion He's also the one that legally brought it up to the council to appoint her, right? How is this fair? Is my question. This is why I talk shit, because how can you look at this and think that it's fair?
Morgan?
Yes.
Mayor Sackett?
Yes. That being approved, item 12E50. Now we move to 12F, which says appointment of a special magistrate for trespass warning appeals issued pursuant to ordinance number 23-2266, codified as Section 22, City of Longwood Code of Ordinance. This, Mr. Manager, we turn over to our attorney.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this one is pretty straightforward. We have an ordinance on the books that prescribes the appointment of a special magistrate. This agenda item is recommending that we appoint our current special magistrate, Amy Goodblatt, to serve in this capacity under this ordinance. She's willing to serve, and it's, just makes it easy. She's already under contract, and it's oftentimes difficult to get magistrates because you can only be a magistrate for one city at a time. So it just makes sense for her to continue this duty as an additional duty assigned to her.
And do you have her approval on record somewhere? Or it was oral.
Well, this will approve the appointment.
Okay.
And her contract will just be the contract that will govern both
Perfect.
processes.
Okay. Any questions for our attorney?
If I could,
Yes.
What's the difference between this and any other appeals process with a special magistrate?
Well, the special magistrate currently oversees code enforcement, which is not an appeal. It's an original adjudication on the merits of whether there's a violation or not of a code and the imposition of a fine. This is more of a determination whether the citation or the warning that was given is appropriate in the circumstances, and she will listen to whoever appeals that citation or warning to see the grounds for which they're appealing and make a determination whether to uphold or overturn the warning, trespass warning.
So these people have their fair day in court, correct?
That's right. This is a due process given to the person that receives a warning under this ordinance, an opportunity to be heard by an independent judge who's a licensed attorney in the state of Florida.
Any more questions?
No, I just wanted to make a mention of my understanding. She currently works for us, and it'll be the same hourly rate, I assume, and her hourly rate is very affordable from what I've seen.
Yes.
Okay. And I hope we don't have, the gentleman did refer that we might have a lot of cases before her. I hope that we don't, but, we might have to kind of look at that side of this. A valid point was made by the gentleman financially, in my opinion. I just wanted to throw that out there. If it becomes, we have to look at the budget constraints.
Okay.
I'm not going to go back and forth with the gentleman, but I'm just letting my fellow commissioners know that I do have that concern. But because it is in litigation, once they've been trespassed, I can't really talk to them. That's my understanding, so.
All right.
But I did want my commissioners to know that I have a bit of a concern about rising cost in that area, so we want to be mindful and keep an eye on it.
All right. Any other comments?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
As I alluded to before, I think we've seen transpire tonight. We definitely need to have an independent magistrate decide the matter, because there's been some antagonism displayed tonight, and there should be a fair determination. So
Achieved by an
that's when we know
independent one.
Yep.
All right. Any more discussion?
No, sir.
Please I'm calling a motion, please.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I move to approve agenda item 12F as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner McMillan, a second by our Deputy Mayor Abby. Shoemaker, please call the roll.
Commissioner Boney?
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan?
Yes.
Commissioner Morgan?
Yes.
Mayor Sackett?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Shoemaker?
Yes.
Agenda item 12F approved 5-0. Now we go to city manager's report.
And then they're throwing around words like independent and fair. It's not independent if she already works for you guys. She's on the payroll, literally. You guys, anyways, not the point. It's forensic, right? Scientific, right? So this was on August 18th, right? August 18th is when they passed it. How was that possible? So look here, August 18th, 2025 is the date, right? It says prepared by and then reviewed by Michelle Longo, city clerk, right? Okay, just like, okay, check it out. How could she, on August 18th, approve the minutes and review the minutes for the August 4th if she was retired?
Okay, thank you. So this agenda item requests City Commission review, discuss, and approve the approval of the proposed recruitment schedule for filling the vacant city clerk position. As you all know, Michelle Longo, our former city clerk, retired last week, August 13th officially.
How is she reviewing and approving minutes from the 18th? Okay, and that's my forensic scientific thing there. And then I just talk shit in between because how is it that all this education, right, can lead people to be so stupid? You tell me, somebody, tell me how this is still allowed.